From news and views, issues and opportunities, we'll have in-depth conversations with decision makers to find out what they know and what they think. I'm Rico Hizon, inviting you to join us for this first 2024 episode of The Exchange, because your business is our business. Philippine cinema is rising up to the challenge in the era of digital technology, with a number of local films leveling up in production quality. With a streaming platform and avenue to reach a global audience, how can Philippine movies engage international viewers and shine even brighter on the world stage? While some Filipino movies are done overseas, what would it take for global production houses to do location shoots in the Philippines, in an industry that spends millions of dollars to make box office hits? The vision of Philippine film tourism in our C-Suite Vision. From Harry Potter in London to K-drama locations in South Korea, many Filipinos fly overseas to step into the world of their favorite movies and television series. But how do we get global production houses to shoot right here in our backyard? Let's now have an exchange with Film Development Council of the Philippines technical consultant, Direk Jose Javier Reyes. Direk!
That's a long
Happy New Year! It's wonderful to see you.
No, thank you so much for having me.
The Philippines wants to be a hub for film tourism. So what is the Film Development Council of the Philippines doing at this point to be proactive in inviting these production houses to film here?
You see, we wish it were just the Film Development Council of the Philippines to have this responsibility, but it's more complex than that. It's really much more complex than that. Let me qualify some points lang ha. There are various productions which are shooting here, but they are not high-profile productions.
They're the B movies.
They're the B movies and some series which are aired abroad but not here. Like there have been a lot of Survivor series which have been shot in Caramoan and the likes. But they don't get that sort of high-profile publicity such as Born Legacy, which was shot here a number of years ago. Now, it's not only the FDCP's responsibility to do this, it requires the synergy of various government.
Many stakeholders.
Yes, so many stakeholders. That involves the Department of Trade and Industry, the Department of Tourism, even down to the Department of Justice, Immigration, the Customs.
Local governments.
Yeah, a lot. And the LGUs. Okay, and the LGUs. So what we really need right now, and which the FDCP, together with some of these agencies are already working on, is to come up with a kind of a streamlining of procedures and to cut the fat of bureaucracy.
But Direk, shouldn't this have been done yesterday?
No, it should have been done in the past generation.
No, because we've had Apocalypse Now here in the Philippines with Francis Ford Coppola. That was a major production.
That's true.
And then, of course, Born Legacy. Why haven't we been able to attract since then the A-list production houses and the A-list Hollywood celebrities to film here?
Again, I will revert to the fact that, we are, to use a term, we are sabog. Okay? There is no
we work in silos.
Yeah, we work in silos. And every change of administration brings also every change in policies and rules and regulations. So we have to sit down and make things very definite about the way it's being done. We're losing these productions to our neighbors, like Thailand, for instance.
Singapore.
And
Malaysia, Vietnam, Cambodia.
Because they've simplified it. They've simplified the procedure. They've come up with, one-stop shops. The FDCP cannot be a one-stop shop unless you have the cooperation of all these other stakeholders.
I was just watching one major movie which was filmed in Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, using Japanese language. They called the New World New Asia. I said, where is Filipino there? Where is the Tagalog? We are major players here in Southeast Asia, but we are never included in major scripts.
No, we're not. If ever they even shoot things which are allegedly in the Philippines, like that controversial film, that received a lot of reactions, it wasn't even shot here. See, because it's difficult to shoot here.
Is it because of higher taxes? I mean, we also
No.
Is it because of incentives, peace and order?
Okay, let's go one by one. In terms of taxes, no. In terms of incentives, the FDCP cannot compete with richer nations in terms of the incentives we offer. It's impossible for us to compete, okay, with other countries giving as much as 40% rebates. But we have our own assets. Number one is we're an English-speaking country, and communication problem is never there. Secondly, our technicians and our artisans, our craftsmen, are one of the best in the world. So you can expect professionalism as far as these are concerned. And a lot of the foreign productions are most impressed with the way our technicians...
But are these foreign production houses hiring Filipino personnel to join their team and shoot overseas?
Well, number one is if they shoot here, there is a requirement that a certain percentage must be of Filipino employment. Now, shooting overseas, that's a different question.
And importing our talent.
Well, a lot of our talents have been pirated. Okay, especially our animators. Okay, they have been pirated, and maybe that is, I don't know if that's bad or good. That the best of our talents are usually sucked by work abroad because they're that good. So again, that's not the problem. The problem is basically orchestrating everything and simplifying, the process in order to make it work better.
All right. Does this administration, the President Bongbong Marcos administration, have the political will for all of these departments to work together, to synergize?
Yes.
And work together to be able to attract these foreign productions?
Yes, Chairman Tirso has already met with the DOT, with the DTI, okay, and then at the end of this month, we are meeting with Benher Abalos of the DILG to make sure that, the synchronization goes down to the level of the LGUs. So there is an effort leading there now. How soon this will be, that is something that will be answered in prayers.
What about our own productions?
No,
I hear that some films are only shot in 1 week, 2 weeks, maximum 3 weeks, minimal budget. So how will we ever get into the short list of the Oscars if we have these kinds of productions?
Okay.
Or can we get in with this kind of budget?
No, it's not a matter of making a good film, okay? It's a matter of also marketing and promoting that film. Do you know how much it costs to market our national representative to the Oscars?
100 million pesos, I heard. About $2 million US.
About $2 million US. Where in the world are you going to get that? Where in the world are you going to get that, right?
Yeah.
So even we sent a very good representative this year, which is an animated film called Iti Mapupukaw. We don't have that money to promote it. Okay. Plus the fact that, this is something that we've come to realize. We have to strategize our fielding of representatives in these various awards.
So how it should be done? How should it be
fielded?
Done
early.
But if we don't have the $2 million US to even promote, to set up billboards in Hollywood, or to go to guest on television shows there?
Well, I'm going to give a prize to anyone who can answer that question. I mean, anybody who is...
That's a $1 million
That's the $1 million question. Because I do not think the government will invest that much just to promote a single film. We have to find a way.
And going forward, if this dream of being a hub for A-list production houses to shoot here in the Philippines, how much can it really contribute to the overall economy?
Oh, a lot. A lot. Remember, you're not talking only of the movie business. You're talking of all the other ancillary businesses surrounding it. Transportation, catering, housing. In Karamoan, according to the producer, okay, who brings that group here, they've created a sub-industry now because of the shooting of all these series. Would you believe that there was a Korean series that was shot here that we didn't even know
about?
Shooting? Yeah. And it's because they said, we don't need your incentives. We can work on our own. Okay, but that gave jobs to a lot of Filipinos. So it's not only a matter of the movie business being a business in itself, but all the other people who will benefit from the foreign productions coming over here.
Direk Joey, great to have you with us on The Exchange.
And thanks so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you for this Film Tourism Exchange, Film Development Council of the Philippines Technical Consultant, Direk Jose Javier Reyes. Here now are the week's top business stories. The inflation rate further dropped in December to 3.9%. The full-year average is now at 6%, but still above the government target. The country's debt soars to a record high of 14.51 trillion pesos in November, and the country posts slower manufacturing growth in December, losing around a point in the S&P Global Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index. And straight ahead on The Exchange, where your business is our business. The entertainment industry has evolved through the years, and so have our movies. We talk about producing the modern Filipino film with TBA Studios' Daphne Chu. And now is a great time for filmmakers to take advantage of the boom in streaming services. View Philippines tells us how, right here on CNN Philippines. News you can trust.